Good morning, Soul Family. Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Let's just jump right in. Thank you so very much for the subscribers, the likes, the shares, those wonderful comments, the super thanks, the emails. I appreciate everyone. We're going to ring the bell. We're going to clear the energy and see what the messages that Spirit has for us. This morning, I kept getting these downloads about like these mean girls. It's like it's a group or a pack of mean girls. So let's just see what's going on. Ooh. What they was putting out was returning back. And then when it returned back, it's like now you can kind of hear someone crying at the very end. Rest. Someone is resting. They don't have nothing to worry about. Or something is being put to rest. Because someone doesn't have anything to worry about no longer. I feel like at one time they did, but now something is over. I just heard somebody won. Can't make this up. It's like somebody won something. Somebody crossed the finish line. Now they can't mess with this person no more. These mean girls, it's a wrap. I'm telling you, because it's over. Somebody gets to rest. And these other people, they are in grief. They're in grief because everything that they did, everything that they tried to manifest for somebody else, it's coming back on them, and they ain't sleeping. They ain't sleeping right. They ain't sleeping good. They are not sleeping good because somebody else is like, I'm rubbing your glue. What bounces off of me, it sticks on you. Someone realized all that shit that they was doing and talking and thinking and saying and all the lies they was spreading, that was glue. Because it was coming right back on them. Right back on them. This other person, they sitting back. They getting blessing after blessing after blessing. What else, Spirit? Someone has crossed the finish line and they are not going back, and they are highly blessed and favored with that 444. They're not going back. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Thank you. Bottom of the deck. Solitude. Yeah. This person has crossed the finish line. They can't even get to this person any longer. It's like this person is so far removed emotionally, mentally, even physically. They can't touch this person. And they know it. And they're sad about it. Because they're sitting here and they're thinking about like all the stupid shit that they did. How it's all coming back and how it's making their life crumble because everything negative that they wished on you presented, manifested in their life. And it's like they're sitting here looking at you imagining you having this wonderful life, this wonderful existence where you're just traveling, exploring the world, celebrating out with people, that this is just your time. This is your divine time. And you are being blessed financially. They see that you were able to come up and get things, and that you've released these people. And don't even worry about these people. And these people are studying you. They can't get to you if they try. And they try. And they try. They see some of you in a new relationship with your soulmate. It's like they thought that you was going to be single forever, that you were never going to find that one, that you were always going to be with either the wrong one or no one. But then one day, as if by magic, they looked up and they saw it's like you were with your soulmate. After crossing some type of finish line, after reaching some type of goal, after completing some type of release ritual. These people were so upset. This group of mean girls were so upset because it's like they had talked about you. You could be somebody that reads tarot. You could be someone that's into, spiritualistic healing, metaphysics, not the normal religion. You could be someone that relies on, your ancestors and your spirit guides and archangels. And it was like they talked about you because of this. But now they're starting to see that because of this, that you don't fuck with them. Because of this gift that you've had, that you've always had, the one that they laughed, they scoffed, they mocked, they ridiculed. They would even, if they was around each other, they would even grab just a regular deck of playing cards, and they'd be like, "Who's this, y'all? Oh, this," and they'd be trying to do some stuff. "Who's this, y'all? Who's this?" Trying to make up some shit, trying to mock you, trying to ridicule you, making fun of you. But you knew. You always knew. And now they know that you always knew. You always knew. You always had this inner strength about you. And it was that inner strength that whenever you said enough was enough, and you went across that finish line, that last little push that you needed so that you could make that fresh start. That's what drove them over the edge. All of them. Picture a group of people. We'll just say 5. We'll say 7, 10. And everybody have a piece of the same rope tied around their waist. And that first person, they jump in, they jump off, they jump over. And everybody else that's got that same rope tied around their waist, they have no choice but to follow the lead, following the leader. It's funny that all of a sudden, everything that they wanted for you is what they're having to go through. They try to drive you crazy. Literally. They wanted you to believe that you were mentally, psychologically, emotionally off balance with everything. Your entire existence, how you saw life, how you saw people, how you interacted, what was offensive and what wasn't. They wanted you to be a fool. They wanted to tell everyone this person is certifiably cray-cray. But now, the Spirit would have it. Something about a turning table. Because, see, you was over here by yourself, not fucking with nobody. And somebody else was trying to create something that came with a lot of momentum behind it. And that momentum, it built up. And it manifested as grief in their life. Grief. Not grief because of what they did, but grief because of what that they got caught. Now they can't sleep because all of that shit that they wished on you, they are experiencing it. They wanted you to be lonely, they are lonely as a motherfucker. They wanted you to be broke, they are broke than a motherfucker. They wanted you to be a little cray, they are cray than a motherfucker. Because they didn't expect you to walk away. They didn't expect you to have enough. They didn't expect you to ever cross that finish line where you say, you know what? You, and you. All y'all. Sweet spot gang signs. 2 of these and 1 of these motherfuckers. They didn't expect you to walk away. And when you walked away, it was like you had that fresh start. They didn't know that you had that inner strength. They didn't know that you was a lion on the inside. You just happened to look like a sweet little teeny tiny preemie runt kitten on the outside with that soft little cute fur. With them claws, them nails, them kitten claws. Ooh, when them suckers come out. When them kitten claws come out, something takes over. They didn't expect to experience those cute little teeny tiny kitten claws. They didn't know that even though you was that cute little soft ball of fuzzy fur, the cute little kitten with the cute little meow, meow that you can barely hear. And them claws meaner than a motherfucker. And they said, oh, look, that little cute kitten wants to nibble on my finger. And then whenever you bit down They said, whoa, what the fuck was that? Because they didn't know that you had the jaw strength of a lion. They didn't know who they was fucking with when they was fucking with you. They know not to fuck with you now. Now they're like, whoa, whoa, wait a minute, mother. Hold up. Wait. That's all the words to the song I know. Don't know what to say. Da, 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 da. What else, Spirit? What else? Oh, that's too much. That's way too much. I ain't doing all that. I'm gonna do these. Okay. All right. All right. So, Spirit says, go ahead and share this. Okay. Something about some communication that's coming, and somebody was thinking about not really doing, not really saying, but the truth is coming out. The truth is coming out. It's just a matter of time. This person really feels trapped right now, really trapped. Because, like I said, something about that wheel, started turning against them when there's some type of communication that was given to them. The truth, the truth, the truth is on fire. And now they understand, they realize the truth about what you said, that nugget of wisdom, and they was able to look at somebody trying to create something. Obstacles. Lots and lots of obstacles. So now we had on the fresh start. I see. We had the Five of Cups, the Empress, the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the World. So they didn't really want you to have a fresh start. They didn't. They didn't want you to see that you was or to know that you was an empress. They wanted you to have to feel insecure, worried, stressed. I told you they wanted you to go cray, motherfucking cray. But they didn't realize that you was good. You good. You was cool. Your emotions was balanced. You was still loving. You went through this finish line. You completed this last cycle like it was a champ, like you was a champ, because you had spiritual blessing and backing behind you. This was that fresh start that they was afraid that you would take, and you took that motherfucker. Ooh, you can't make this shit up if you tried. And so now, them motherfuckers is having to seek guidance because of you taking your love away. You said no more. Goodbye. You closed the fucking door. Slam. And the windows was like, or however it sounds when glass shakes, or whatever windows are made out of nowadays. What else, Spirit? What else? And see, this person, one of these mean girls, and not just one of them. I think there's a couple. I think 2 or 3 of them. But there's one in particular who is sitting here. Oh, this is the one who's like trying to be like, dear God, I swear, dear God, please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please. This is the one who's on their hands and knees because of how they ganged up against you. This is the one who's feeling it. And this ain't even the one that was in charge. This is just the one who, this is one who had a spirit and a soul. This is one who's feeling it. They feeling it. If I could turn back time, that's what I'm hearing. Because this person is sitting there thinking about how they just charged forward like they just knew. They knew what they knew. But they see that they was confused because they didn't know shit. They didn't have all the information. They didn't have all the answers. Oh, there's another bundle that just came out. Let's see. So on that inner strength, and it's a lot. Take all of this. Inner strength, yes. Somebody is having a call on their own inner strength because they try to cause so many burdens, so many situations with either this person or with someone who they're supposed to have been in a relationship with, or like maybe a sister, a cousin, or something. Because I'm feeling like girl, mean girl energy. They was lying on this person, sitting there saying this person was waiting on this, doing that, doing this out. They was doing all of that shit, making up lies, talking about how this person was like uh getting their finances, or how things were, how this person was getting blessed, how this person was getting things happening, wonderful things happening to them. Not once did they ever say, oh, you know what, this person has worked really hard for it. Not one time did they think that. They wanted to put this person in the lowest vibrational energy that they could think of, because that is where they were, the absolute lowest of the lowest of the lowest. They sat there and spread lies and said, "Oh yeah, this person doing this person doing that. Oh, she hooking, she selling something, she do this, she do that, da da da," and they don't even know. They don't have a fucking clue. Didn't have a motherfucking clue. All they knew was you was coming up, and they didn't know how. Couldn't tell how you was coming up. Didn't even think that maybe it was God that was doing it. They thought, well, I use my cookie to do this, so this person must be using their cookie to do that. Can't make this up. Three of Swords and Queen of Staffs. They said, well, I was doing this, so they must have been doing that. Not knowing that you had that inner strength, not knowing that you had that connection with God, not knowing that you had already did your inner work. You found yourself. You found yourself. Not not thinking that the way that you were able to move forward with your healing so comfortably and be fine and be secure is because you are you were healed. That's what they didn't realize. You had made a decision that you needed to cut certain individuals from your life off. Even though you love those people didn't love you. They were constantly trying to manipulate situations, create things, act like, oh, no, 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 no. You know, they were trying to conjure up all this negative shit, thinking that they was going to get their way, not knowing that all that conjuring that they all got together and conjured to do together was a conjure of their downfall. I am not taking all of these. It was just they got together and it was their own downfall. It's like somebody stopped to really put two and two together, and and it was all of them, and they all getting together, and they sitting there like, you know what, this person, I don't know How she know what she know, but she speak the truth when she speak, and she always by herself. This bitch must be a witch. Why you by yourself? And they looking at their little group, their mean girl group, or should we call it a coven? Trying to sit here and burn bread on you and talk about what you not doing right and how you doing what you doing and this and that and the other, how you wearing your, and if you get, whether you got a man, you don't have a man, and whether and this and that and the other, and instead of them sitting there looking at themselves saying, you know what, maybe she don't even want a fucking man, or maybe she had a man and we don't even know about it, or maybe she's got a man and we don't know about it. Maybe she just broke up. Maybe she puts herself first. Maybe she's putting her business first, her career first. But instead of us worrying, well, what's she doing, what she don't do, what she got, what she don't got, let us take our own head out of our own ass, clean off the feces from the face, go to the mirror, and work on self. Stop worrying about what somebody else is doing and work on self. Look at what you doing. Look at your path. Imagine your own worth. Gain some stability in your own house. Do your own self-reflection. Don't just reflect on what somebody else is doing and ain't doing. Reflect on what you doing and you ain't doing. Gain control of your own life before you trying to gain control of somebody else's. That's not your life to even control. Here it is. Somebody needed to think about their own house. I just heard their own glass house. And I think that's the one who's doing the most amount of crying, because realizing that she lived in a glass house. Oh, so while this person is up in their glass house talking about you, having a little coven over, talking about you, what you not doing, how you doing this, and what they think, what they heard. They not really sure. They think they saw you. Somebody they know that know you. Somebody they used to know you. Somebody that you used to work with used to know you. And so they told them what they think that they almost heard about you. And they doing all this shit, living in a glass house, not realizing that they neighbors next door looking at everything they do. Everything. They're looking through all the windows. Because it's all window. They're seeing everything that you're doing, but you don't see nothing that you're doing because you're looking at somebody else's stuff. Yeah. I feel like someone is having some financial difficulties. I just heard it's all fair. Someone is having some financial difficulties because of something that they wished on somebody else. And now they're thinking about how they got together with a group of people that they probably known for a long time, people that they trusted. People that they thought would have their back. They're thinking about how they got together with those people, and now those people didn't have their back. How really they couldn't trust those people. How trusting those people was like the biggest mistake of their life. What's the message, Spirit? Something about these mean girls. They're not so mean no more. They're not so tough no more. Something about the truth. The truth came out. Yeah. They saw that their claws was not even claws. They saw that you had some claws. All they had was ground down sporks. Supposed to be like a spoon, but a fork at the end, Supposed to be a little bit jagged, but even the jagged part was ground down, rounded off. Even that shit didn't hurt. So everything that they wanted, you walked away from that shit and left that shit right there. You walked away from that shit. You walked away. You was in your protective own little bubble, and because you had already seen it all, and now they can't even reach you. They can't get to you. They can't reach you. They can't do nothing. Because they see that the wheel is turning in your favor, and you are happy as can be. And here they are sitting here thinking that the shit that they thought that the shit that they was pulling was going to lead them to this. See how that rainbow, they thought they was going to be high on that rainbow, living that good life, but they didn't realize that you was the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And they squandered that pot of gold so bad, so tough, so good. They squandered that pot of gold so good. I'm telling you, if they wanted to put a coffin and if they wanted to put a coffin in a nail, they probably did that shit too. But if they wanted to put that final nail in the coffin, that is exactly what happened. They put that final nail in the coffin. And now they are reaping the repercussions of their actions. I feel like all of them are going through their own little personal, individual hell. And you are sitting here protected, creating, doing new things. And these little mean girls, now they praying for deliverance, praying that God forgive them, praying that you forgive them, praying that they can forgive themselves, because now they want to be rescued. They want to be rescued from this pain that they caused. See, it was good while they was doing it to you. When that shit came back on them, oh, that's a different story. They even got together and was trying to figure out who was going to contact you. They figured the one that they felt like you didn't see the most. But you saw all the motherfuckers. Every last one of them. You saw everything that they did for as long as they did it. You saw it, but you didn't talk about it. But you saw them. So they was trying to figure out which one was going to come and see if they could get next to you? Which one was going to see if they could travel to see you? Because it's something about they feel like they have to do something. They have to they have to do something to get this up off of them. They have to say something. They have to try and say something to you. That someone is trying to even get a message to you. They're trying to get a message to you about a situation. They're trying to like explain on their behalf how they were involved but not really involved. Doing stuff but not really doing stuff. Stabbing but not stabbing deep. How they may have shot at you but they didn't really intentionally pull the trigger. How they was in it in the gang but not really in the gang. You know what I'm saying? They want you to be able to look past anything that they've done and say, yeah, we can work on this. We can do this. Well, I'll put it to the side. I'll put it to the red. And forget anything that ever happened. Forget that you tried to, do anything. They want you to say that. They want you to. But I think Spirit has other plans for you and for them. Something about there's some more secrets are coming out. I feel like the secrets that are coming out are secrets that they didn't know about, that they all said about each other. Yeah, these are all secrets that they talked about each other. They put each other's business out there. So while they it's like when they really didn't have shit to talk about you, because they wasn't really sure what the fuck you was doing. They had just made up shit about what the fuck you was doing. But when they really didn't have shit to make up what the fuck you was doing, they would kind of, accidentally let it slip what one of the others shared with them about some shit that they was going through. It was doing it to each other. Everybody in this coven talking about each other and talking about you. Talking about you when they all together. But when they not all together, then two of them was talking about the other, and then another one was talking about this and that and the other. But the whole time you just stayed in your lane. You wasn't talking to nobody. You was talking to God. And now they're trying to figure out how can they get next to you. You got them blocked. They can't even communicate with you. They cannot even communicate with you. Nothing. When you said I'm done and I'm leaving, you meant that shit. You turned your back. You said hasta la vista, motherfucker, baby. And you was done. You said, listen, I have had enough of this bullshit. I've learned this lesson about this coven, about this group. The wheel of fortune started turning in your favor. It was your turn. It was your turn at bat. Just like the Jeffersons. What else, Spirit? Anything else? Yep. Something about somebody else has another one of them is having major relationship issues. One of them is having major money issues. Another one is having major relationship issues. And they cheat. This one trying to keep it together. They trying to keep it together. But damn it, they want to cry. They want to break the fuck down crying. And the only thing they can think of, everything that they was wishing on you has come back on them because they having these same fucking relationship issues that they wanted you to have. Damn. Somebody is experiencing, so one of them is experiencing the pain of you just walking the fuck away. Done. The end. That one is hurting the most. Another one is their money is fucked up. It was like somebody, they was making money, money, money. It was coming in. All of a sudden, somebody flipped the light switch off. Another one thought that it was that their relationship was rock solid. Couldn't, ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough. That type of Well, guess what? There was a river that was just a little too narrow, and somebody, you know, those that. So somebody's relationship having major relationship issues, and they are, these people are so sad, so sad. That's how sad they are. Can't make the shit up. They are, and they know they all thinking it's because of this shit that we did. They sad and they scared at the same time. That's why they was trying to send the one in to talk to you. The one that they had already said, if some shit go down and we got to sacrifice one of us, it's gonna be that one. And so that's the one that was like, hey girl, why don't you try well, we was all kind of like we was all kind of sitting here we wasn't talking or nothing, but we was just like thinking collectively, not about you, but just about the situation. And um collectively, I mean, tell us how you feel. I mean, even though we already made up our mind, I mean, because we all want this to be a democracy that we already voted you to, I mean, so that you could have a vote too. But tell us how you feel. But all of us was thinking together collectively, not talking about you, but just thinking together collectively, ESP way, that we want you. I mean, we feel that you are the strongest of us to approach Chandra with the olive branch. Tell us what you think, how you feel, because we want to know how you feel, right, girls? We all been collectively thinking about this shit, right? She like, fuck that, because that shit don't even sound right. I don't think that shit is gonna work. Fuck that. I think I need to get away from these bitches, because these bitches is crazy. These bitches is crazy. Mm-hmm. They're trying to figure it out. Who's gonna make contact? Cause it ain't gonna be me. My shit going through enough. I don't need to piss her off, and then my shit go through even more. Fuck that. It was like, who are we going to sacrifice? I mean, ask. Who do we think is going to be the best for the job? Somebody else in the family. Somebody else in this group. They voting. They voting. They voting, motherfuckers. Everybody got their name in the hat. Short straw win. Although win would be how you think about it. Win, maybe not. I'm gonna get ready to shut this down. Yeah, that mean girl group. Mm-mm. Now they want to switch it up. I'm telling you, they've been looking at you because their life is going through some shit right now, and all they can do is look at you. But they want to talk to you so bad about some bullshit that they did because they see that you were nothing but love and light. They can't get to you if they tried. Cannot get to you if they tried. All right, it was 45 on exactly on the clock, I'm going to shut this down. Thank you so very much for the likes, the subscribes. I am trying to reach 2,000 and beyond and beyond. Please help me, and I'll see you soon.